Hey guys, Kyron Crocker, aka the Ultimate Nerd 224 here, and today we're going to review what I think is just as good as the first movie, Avengers: Age of Ultron. We're at the 11th film in my Marvel Cinematic Universe Road to Civil War reviews, and we're at possibly the best one in my opinion. And the plot of this movie is Tony Stark and Bruce Banner invent an AI, artificial intelligence, and they want it to try and protect the world, and they name it Ultron. But Ultron decides that humans aren't perfect, so he wants to destroy the whole world. And the Avengers have to team up and stop him, and I love this movie so much. And you're probably wondering, of course you love this movie, Kyron. You love almost all the movies in this universe. You're not looking into the movies, right? You're just blinded by how much you love the cinematic universe. Maybe you're right. I'm not going to be an asshole and say, screw you, you're wrong. I'm just going to say, maybe you're right. But there was just much more to this. Now, let me talk about the characters. Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, Iron Man and Captain America. Throughout the movie, we're having Iron Man and Captain America arguing with one another because Marvel is planting the seeds for what we're gonna get this year. The Hulk and Black Widow. So we have a relationship between Bruce Banner and Natasha Romanoff, and people have complained about this because it's not prior to the comics and it just comes out of nowhere. But I like this relationship, I really do. In fact, I think I may prefer it over Betty Ross and Hulk's relationship. Don't kill me, don't kill me. But yeah, I mean, I want Bruce Banner to be happy. That's all I want. So I'm glad he has a thing for Black Widow, but it's too bad he leaves at the end of this movie. Yeah, there may be some spoilers in this video, just to let you know. Thor. So we have some setups for the third Thor movie, Thor Ragnarok, because Thor right here is trying to find out where his vision came from, because Scarlet Witch took over his mind, and he's trying to save Asgard now. So that's pretty cool. Hawkeye. I gotta talk about Hawkeye for this movie. To me, Hawkeye was probably the best character in the whole film because I was so disappointed in the first Avengers movie how he was left out and just hypnotized throughout the whole film. But in this movie, they do something special with Hawkeye. They gave him a family. That wasn't in the comics, but it was still well done. Joss Whedon is such a genius for coming up with this and doing it right. I care for movie Hawkeye now. I loved Hawkeye in the comics, but now I just like Hawkeye in the movie so much. Jeremy Renner does a great job with this character. I can't wait to see more of Hawkeye for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Civil War and Infinity War, I can't wait. Okay, the twins, the Maximoff twins. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Okay, so Quicksilver was a good character. He wasn't a great character, but I really enjoyed watching this guy on screen, and I was pretty sad that he had to die. I may prefer Quicksilver from X-Men Days of Future Past over this one, though. But Scarlet Witch, I loved Scarlet Witch in this movie. She was handled very well. I loved how she, evolved into an Avenger when Hawkeye was talking to her. You step out that door, you are an Avenger. And she walks out in slow motion and just attacks the guys with her magic. It's cool. The Vision. I need to talk about the Vision for this movie. Alright, the Vision. When I heard the Vision was going to be in this movie, I just didn't know how they could possibly make this work. How will the Vision be handled? And he was handled in the best way possible. The fact that Jarvis became the Vision is just what made it a bit more interesting. And when he lifted Thor's hammer, it was just shocking. The Vision was a badass, cool character, and I can't wait to see him for the rest of this universe. Ultron. I need to talk about Ultron for the movie. So Ultron acted a bit differently than he did in the comics. In the comics, he was very serious and threatening. And the movie, most of his personality was threatening and serious, but at the same time, he acted a bit comedic sometimes, and I like that. I like how they're able to make a villain act differently from the comics and still have the movie work. So Ultron was a very cool villain. Now, there are some characters in this movie we don't see much of, like Nick Fury, War Machine, and Falcon, which is quite disappointing, but still, that's the only problem I have with the movie, that War Machine and Falcon aren't given that much screen time. That's the only problem. I absolutely love this movie. It's great. It does an excellent job at setting up for future Marvel movies, connecting to past Marvel movies, and for introducing brand new characters for this universe. If I had a rating higher than an A+, that's the rating I'd probably give Avengers Age of Ultron. But since I don't, Avengers Age of Ultron gets an A+. Definitely deserves it. Okay, guys, so we got one more movie left to review. And tomorrow I will give you my very small review for Ant-Man.